Hello, I am Javier Arauz, and she's Wendy Ballester and we are from the New Spain Wine Club. We're going to taste today for you a wine that comes from a region called Alto Alberche, which is in the province of Avila. This is northwest from Madrid, actually very close to Madrid. But this is an area that belongs to the region of Castilla-León. You will remember names from Castilla-León like Ribera del Duero, Toro, etc. So you can imagine that this is an area where very good quality wines are made. Wendy's going to tell us more now about the area and the terroir, etc. And, well, we will mention some more things about the wine as we get along.
Well, this wine comes from the mountains. It's a mountain wine. The vineyards are up in the Alpine Meadows, and it's actually the name of the wine, Seven Navas. A Nava is an alpine meadow, and that's where these vineyards are. So they're scattered up amongst the mountain ranges in Alto Alberche. And it's a very granitic soil where the vines are grown. They're very old vines, and they've been growing Garnacha in that area of Spain for many, many, many years now.
Yes, Garnacha is the old traditional grape of Spain, red grape. Okay, everybody knows more about Tempranillo, but Garnacha is the traditional one. And here we are in front of a wine that is made by this group of friends that their family for generations, all their families have been making little bits of wine at home. You know, this is an old tradition in Spain in the rural areas. Everybody makes his own wine. And then a few years ago, they decided to start a new project in a professional way. And, well, they built up a beautiful stone
gorgeous
winery.
Yeah.
And they have this fantastic young winemaker called Daniel Ramos, which we're glad to say that is a good friend of ours as well. And Daniel he's got a strange background because he was brought up in Australia. And, well, he obviously came back to Spain because his parents are Spanish. They immigrated to Australia, but he came back to Spain and with a very open mind and new ideas about how to do things. And then he's making these very modern wines that we love for our club.
Has been working with lots of excellent winemakers over the years, and now is on the cutting edge of things himself. So this is one of his wines that he makes for Bodegas Garnacha in Alto Alberche, and it is 100% Garnacha. It's a very bright wine, and it's unfortunate you can't see the color too well on these videos, but it's a bright raspberry color. And on the nose, it's very bright as well, and it just has a ton of minerality to it. And after the minerality, you start to get all of these mountain herbs, which you find when you walk up there through the Navas, and there's this wild rosemary and thyme growing everywhere, and that just totally comes through in this wine, on the nose and on the palate. And I definitely recommend you decant this wine because it just opens up so beautifully in a couple of hours.
Yeah, we opened and served this wine about an hour ago, and I was really surprised by the aromas that were coming out of the wine. You know, really, really intense, very rich, very full of ripe summer red and black fruit, and all mixed up with with this kind of rocky, background.
Once again, don't be afraid to chill these Spanish red wines for a little while first. Throw them in the fridge for a half an hour, 45 minutes before you serve them. And then open it up, throw it in a decanter, and keep it fairly cool while you're serving or before you're serving it. We didn't talk about the palate of this wine, and I think we should talk about how it tastes because it's beautiful. It really has wonderful acidity, because it's grown so high and they get such cool evenings. So they managed to hang on to this really bright acidity.
How high are these?
They're around higher than 700 meters. So
how much does that in feet?
I have no idea.
Well, it's pretty high.
Times it by around 3.
Okay, so about
just under 3.
2,100 feet.
Yeah. So anyways, it's great. It's got lots of bright fruit. I get huckleberries, and anybody who's been around the bush knows what huckleberries taste like. The minerality follows through on the palate. It's quite lengthy. You get the herbs once again. This is going to be a great turkey dinner wine for Thanksgiving or for Christmas. It's the perfect match for something like that, or roast pork, or all those yummy kinds of things.
Yeah, and it has this really long and intense finish, that really kind of gives you time to think, hey, I want some more of this, So, okay, well, I hope you enjoyed. We are enjoying it, and thanks very much, and salud.
Salud.